Okay, we're going to work on card 1 because my other card 1 just was giving me too many problems. So we're going to skip that one for now and jump to this one. So this one is a fancy fold, I guess. I like the fold of it. It's kind of a tri-fold, but not. Maybe like a step card. I'm not sure, but I like the fold. So that's kind of how it looks. So let's just dive right in and do this. So you are going to, in your card kit, you'll get your little jewels, sequins. You'll get your label. This will be your other little label. You get your piece of DSP, another piece of DSP. Your inside of the card. And then this piece is 5.5 by 12. And I didn't realize, but I had already scored it. So I'm just going to pretend I'm scoring and show you where you're going to score. We're going to use Petal Pink ink today, too. So let's just put this right here. You are going to be scoring at 4 1/4. So 4 1/4, you're going to score. Then you're going to move over to 8.5. So go to 8.5, and you're going to score again. And then you're going to go to 10 1/4. Okay, so you scored at, if you want to write this down, you scored at 4 1/4, 8.5, and 10 1/4. And then you can put this aside because we're done with that. Then you are going to take your bone folder and you're going to give those some sharp edges on those score lines. Okay, so there you go. There's your card base. Now, what we're going to do, this is a pretty easy card to put together. Let's just take this piece and we are going to adhese that to the inside of the front, because I guess the front has two. I love this paper too. If you're looking at this paper, it's like the best paper ever. I love it. And then if you know me, you got to do my backwards Z. So this one, I like this card. It's very simple, but looks like you put a lot of work into it. And those are kind of my favorite cards, when it looks like you put a lot more work than you actually did. And it was fun to make. So now you're going to put this one, you're going to kind of layer that right into here. Get your little border around it. And there you go. There's that piece. Now you're going to take your other piece of DSP, which this one, the other side has the birds. We're going to use this side of it. So you're going to adhese that to your card, which is work. Somebody driving by awfully loud. Must be like one of them muscle cars or something. Okay, so now we're going to take off this one. And then adhese that to the front bottom of the card. Perfect. See that? Great. Let's just set that aside. You're going to take this piece, your die cut piece, and you are going to stamp your birds on this. So we will be stamping the bird. Where is my bird stamp? I'm not sure. But this is the one you're going to be stamping, is this bird. So with the magic of the camera, woohoo! That's why I don't know where it is. So now we've stamped that. And you know what? While we're at it, we might as well stamp our little tag, which is Your friendship means the world to me. I love this stamp set. I love the sayings. So let's just ink that up. And that's going to go on this little tab, this one here. Your friendship means the world to me. There you go. So now what we want to do is we want to take our dauber, which I'm not sure where I put the daubers, but that's okay. Oh, I think I'm using them in a class. So it's okay. I'll show you another way in case you don't have the dauber anyways. So we're going to take this petal pink and we are going to just go around the card. I mean the tag. See how we're doing that? Just take your ink pad and go around. Perfect. Okay, so let's set that aside. And then you're going to do the same thing on here. Let's just go around the edges of it. And it's just going to give it a little depth when you put it on the card. So there you go. So that is done. Put your ink pad away because we're done with that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of coloring. So on this one I'm using the light crumb cake. I'm using the dark crumb cake. I'm using the light and the dark petal pink. I'm using of course, my light and dark old olive. And then I did also use the dark and light daffodil. Actually, I think I only used the light daffodil, and then I used the Calypso Coral, I think is the dark one. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let's do the light crumb cake first, which is, I was gonna say if you remember the other video, but this is the card one. So what I'm doing is just kind of highlighting his head and I'm dotting it. I'm more dotting this than anything else. And this one I want to come down. I want to give him a little bit more of this brown. When you get down here, you can actually... Oh, I'm doing this guy in reverse, but it's okay. There's no mistakes. And make sure you get that wing in there. That wing is... He kind of sneaks right in there on you. Okay. All right, so there's our first guy. Second guy, same thing, kind of dot around the head. It doesn't get you don't get out of the lines when you do that. And this one, let's do him the same way. A little bit of extra on and just a little bit over here and a little shadowing right in there. And then the next guy, I didn't put as much brown on him up here. I'm not sure why, but that's okay. It looks good, so we're just going to kind of do the same thing. I guess he's more of my pink petal bird. There we go. And then the last one, we're going to come around the head here, and we're just going to give him a little bit of, and do his head. Okay, so we got that part done, and then while we have this crumb cake out, let's go ahead and do the branch. And then I want to get the dark crumb cake. I'm just going to give him a little bit of dark, not a lot, just a little tad bit, just to make it look like we really did some blending and coloring, and which we really didn't. We just are doing, this is the fun stuff. I actually am getting to the point that I like to color now, where I never did before, but I think because I'm seeing the results of it. that it's looking nice. And then even on the branch, just go to the bottom part of the branch and just give it a little bit of blending there. See that? Look how good that looks already. We haven't even gotten to the good colors yet. Okay, now we're going to take the light petal pink and let's just fill him in wherever we left some white. So, and then on this one too, we're going to take the dark and just kind of come in a little bit with some dark, just to give it some shadow. See how that looks? Just kind of nice, huh? Nice soft look. I love this color. It's called petal pink, but I think it looks more like a peachy color, but that's okay. So that's that one. Now we're going to go in. Let's get some yellow on here. In the yellow, we're just going to do these little flowers. And I did this just because I was kind of copying the bird in here. See the bird here and then the yellow flowers and this bird. So I was just trying to make it look like it was those birds that were on your card. So it all kind of matched really nicely. So as you see, the yellow is very easy to be doing. Okay. Then I'm going to take this dark Calypso Coral and I'm going to just take a little bit and just kind of just put a little texture on there. A little bit. See how that just changed that flower? There. Perfect. Now let's take the green, the old olive, and we're going to just do our leaves. And it's all coming together, isn't it? I don't know why I'm using this end. I have found with these little places, it's really better to use this end of your brush or your pen or your marker. That's what they are. They're markers. So yeah, just use that end of it. And on every single card I've made, I think I've missed this little tiny bit of a branch. I think it's a branch. Maybe it's a tail. I don't know. Okay, now we're going to take the dark and going to do the same thing. Just shade it a little bit. Almost done with this card. That's what I said. This one was a quick one. I like quick ones that are pretty. It's quick and it's pretty. That's what we're looking for, right? Quick and pretty. Okay. Oh, missed this guy right in here. Let's just give him a little shade. See how nicely that came out? It's kind of made it really pretty. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our card front again. This, I'm going to tell you, I didn't pop it up. I just laid it on this way. That's how I did it on the card. Kind of put it up a little bit and then laid it here. So I'm just going to put my white liner tape right on the card. Maybe just give it a, there we go. So you see I kind of came down because of the way, the shape of that tag. So take off your tops there. Put this on and like I said, just kind of seeing where you want to put it on the front. Looks good. Okay, and then I did pop up the sentiment, so let's pop him up, which we're almost done. That's how quick this card is. And then, sorry I hit the camera. Then put this up on the corner here, and it can kind of overlap a little bit on this one. There you go. Now you're going to take your little sequence that we have. Little tip on these is use tweezers and slide them off so you don't lose your adhesive behind them. So let's put one up there. Slide it off. One down here. And how about one over here? There you go. Okay. Now, we do have the inside to do. And on the inside, you can use this. I gave you a piece of paper to put on the inside. And what we can do on the inside is, let's just put this little, because it always looks nicer if you put a little something on your inside. So we're going to put this little flower. We're just going to put it down here in the corner. There you go. And then we're going to take, oh, let's do the yellow because that's how we did the flowers on there. So let's just take the yellow. I'd say this is the bigger area, so I could actually use the brush. It's like a paintbrush. Alrighty, there we go. And then let's take that Calypso Coral, the dark one, and let's just put some of that right in here. There you go. How easy was that? Put some of your adhesive on the back of this. And here. Place that on the inside of your card, and guess what, kids? You're done. How was that for an easy first card? Easy. It's got a great fold. And I think anybody would love to receive this card. Oh, that is really crooked. Ugh. You know, that's going to be so hard to pull off of there. Ugh. Hate when that happens. I hate when that happens. Okay, that side wasn't as hard to pull off. So let's see if... Okay. So, what do we say? There's no mistakes in crafting, right? So we did get that up. So let's see if we can try this again. Because I would never have sent that card because I can't stand if it's not even. So, and you know what it is? It's the way I'm working around my camera. I've got a camera in the middle of me here. So now let's put that on where it's not so crooked. Ah, there we go. Much better. See how that just fixed that card right up. So there you go. There's your card. You could use this as a thank you, just a hello, a little note inside, a happy birthday, anything. So there's your card. So we have 2 of those now. Pretty? All right. Well, thanks, guys. I will be back with the next video.